Hello, everybody. I apologize. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, my fan. I got my fan on. Hi. And hi, Ava. And it's operated by remote, and my remote got catified. Clearly, it got catified right off my desk. So, along with her treats that she is trying to get at, that I've already given her plenty of, she has had a tummy ache for a couple days, apparently. And she hasn't been eating, and she ate today, and then she got sick. And now, clearly she's feeling better because she wants all the treats, all of them, every box. Because she's not feeling well, I decided to put Earl in the kennel for now, and I'm letting her have some out time without Earl's interference. So that's where we're at the moment at the PAWFURM. I would like to take just a moment and let Michigan know that I am absolutely praying for you. I am heartbroken over the events from today. More details are coming out, and my heart absolutely goes out for everyone that has been affected by that tragedy. I don't even know where to go with this world right now. We all need to come together and just show a force of love and compassion and empathy for our neighbors and our friends and strangers we've never met. Strangers are just friends that we haven't met. Hello, Nana Laura, my love. Hello, Buzzy Pug, my beautiful sister. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Hello, Manuel. Good to see you. You guys have been chatting it up. My goodness. I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Hello, C-Rex, honey. Hello, Eileen Carlin. Oh, goodness, no. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm so sorry. No, nobody stole Ava. If somebody stole Ava, I'd be in prison right now. Yeah, I would. Hello, Linda Applegate. I love you so much. Hello, Jenny Green. So good to see you. Another one of my faithful friends that's been with me forever. Like when I was streaming in the basement forever. Down in the dungeon with no light, just my laptop. Yeah, you were there. You sent me my first mouse. Hello, Charlie. Oh my gosh, I have been enjoying my gifts from you so much. So much. I decided today, so a while ago, some of you may remember, my daughter had bought me some German coffee that was roasted the way they did back in the Renaissance days. It's coarse ground, and it smelled good. I'd had the chance to try a cup of it I shared it with my neighbor. He had a full-on coffee pot, so went over there and brewed a pot of it and shared it with my neighbor, and it was coffee, whatever, and it was fine as a cup. I made a thermos of it today. And there was some interesting things about that coffee that I had not noticed. First off, I brew my coffee strong. I'm sure you've all gathered that. Uh, Even at full strength, it was nearly clear, but it still tasted like coffee, so I didn't think anything of it. Um, then the heartburn hit about a half hour after I'd finished my thermos. That's probably one of the worst bouts of heartburn I have ever had. Now, I am not 100% blaming that kitchen roasted coffee because I also had a lot of garlic. So, that could do it too. But I've had that much garlic before and been fine. So, I'm really laying it on that coffee somewhat as being like the main contributing factor. Yeah, yeah. I went full on Pepsid. Pepsid complete instantly, like, oh man, I hate heartburn. Oh, I'm doing much better now though. So oh, I always gotta get myself into something. Always gotta get myself into something. I also decided for some stupid reason, and you know, there's something wrong with me. Um, I decided to make a Tinder profile. Only God knows what possessed me. I was very specific, that I'm looking for a long-term relationship. You know, I that's I am not a 403. I have no intention of being one. And let me tell you, the two people that I matched with, um, there was absolutely zero substance to the conversation. Like I could get them to focus on about 3 words of a question before they went right back to wanting to talk about, you know, naughty stuff. And it's like I flat out told them like, I'm not looking for that. That's great. And I'm not a prude or anything. I'm actually somewhat of a nymphomaniac, but only when I'm in a monogamous, committed relationship. Like there has to be that element. And like, whoa, it's crazy how that just. So I don't know if I'm going to keep that profile up. I really just. Oh man, I like you lose a little bit of faith in humanity. Oh well. Gives me something to talk about, right? But yeah, if you just, if all you have to go on is the lowest hanging fruit of the everybody can see tree, then you're really not as great as you think you are. Oh, some disturbed individual ran their truck into a church, um, opened fire, and then set fire to the church, and there are casualties. It was during service. It's terrible. It never should have happened. Apparently, from the details that have come out, uh, the person there's very little known about them. They're not a big social media person. There's not yet a known motive. They are a veteran, so there could be some trauma related to that. We just don't know yet. What we do know is that it's an absolutely terrible, tragic situation. And that we just pray for everyone involved. Hello, PH Jess, my love. Understatement of the century. It looks that way, doesn't it? Hold on, let me go back up. I gotta get her. Hold up. Gotta go on this side. I've done this once before. We really could. We could pass. We could totally pass as family. You should come to Wisconsin and we go out to dinner or shopping or something. And the whole time we just pretend we're sisters. Let everybody wonder. Oh, I used to have a pug named Lucy. She had an underbite. She was part pug, part terrier. And she had an underbite. So her lower chin jutted out farther than her upper. And she had the goofiest looking face. It was one of those dogs that was so ugly it was cute. And she was the biggest spaz. If you ever tried to clip her nails, she would barrel roll. It was impossible to clip her nails. Ava, you are clingy. I love you. I think she knew I was talking about another dog. Hello, Joey Bag of Donuts. Well, this only holds 3 12-ounce cups. So when I drink my thermos, that's how much I've had. It's 36 ounces. Well, and I don't even know if they're 12-ounce cups because it varies. It varies. My Keurig, it depends on when the last time it was descaled was. And it says descale again. So I may not be getting the full 12 ounces every time. And sometimes I'm topping it off. So I can't really consider that a full thermos. Ava, I need my hand, please. Please let me have my hand. Nah, you can't have my knee either. Quit it. What? Yeah, big goof. Probably. It still has green pieces in it. Like in the grounds. It has little green chunks in it. And hello, Squishy. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know. I fafoed on my coffee. It's a dating site. It's to meet people. I was really hoping, to meet someone normal, not creepy. I don't know yet. The person, one of the guys that I was talking to, he does seem nice. He really does. He just can't get his brain out of the gutter to have a conversation. And that's a red flag for me. HOE. Hello, Patrick B. Yeah, I probably will. I probably will. There's just too many creepers out there. Yeah. Oh. I don't know how that would work though. Oh, wait. Oh, 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 oh. I read it wrong. I read it wrong. I read it wrong. Yeah. When I was trying to learn to speak Spanish, I signed up with Babbel, and they have this like thing where you can go into like a chat room and you talk in their language and they talk in your language and y'all try to teach each other, right? I got marriage proposed to 12 times in less than 15 minutes. Like full on marry me. Some even offered money. I'm like, no, I'm here to learn a language. I'm not here to date. That's the wrong app. I guess, one of the things is heavier set women typically have lower self-esteem. I don't. I value myself. I I know that I have a lot to offer, and I'm not going to settle, and I'm not just going to jump into bed with someone that's gross. Like I have to have a connection with someone, like a deep, meaningful relationship connection in order to be intimate with someone. It gives me the heebie-jeebies to touch people that I'm not in a relationship with. Like I don't like being touched by people that I'm not intimate with. And because touch is my love language. Like that's the way to my heart, but it's not given freely away, you know? And I guess that's not a typical reaction. You did not. You were just under that couch. If I move that couch, am I going to find Bandit? Did you just go potty under the couch? I love you so much. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing first break. Hello, Sandy Heard. The tragedy was in Michigan. I think it would be. I think it would be. No, I haven't. Charlie was offering to send me one, but okay. I think I'm too lazy for it. I really do. I think I would use it like once or twice, and it looks like it looks like a little bit of work. You gotta press it down, and then you're gonna have to clean it every time, and you just get one little thing. Like I, I I put my pod in the Keurig, I push my button, I get my coffee. I put another pod in, I push my button, I get my coffee. And then sometimes if it's not full yet, I put my pod in, I push my button, and I get my coffee. And then I'm done. I don't know about all this business about, whatever I got to do. Hello, Travis Sandalani. I hope you're feeling better. You need to send me a message. I gotta know you're okay. Well, they won the battle tonight, let me tell you. Oh man, they took that hill. Ho ho. I was not well. I was not well. Doing much better. Thank you, Pepsid Complete. Oh, but I didn't know if I was going to come on tonight because I was literally doubled over. Hello, Wolf Lore Lover. Thank you so much. El Grino Cardinal. It's funny because, yeah, they actually said that on a couple of them. They're like, you don't have to be with me. You just need to marry me. No. How do I get out of that? No. Hey, now. Hey, now. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh, stop it. You quit that right now. No, he didn't. I don't know. I haven't checked in on him. I don't bother. Why would I? He's gone. Oh, man. It does. It does. And I just had the carpets professionally cleaned. I had Steam Away here, and they did a fantastic job. There has not been a single odor since. But I've got a carpet cleaner, so I can clean it up. But when I got out of the hospital, she hadn't had her meds for 6 days, and she wasn't kenneled. So when I got out of the hospital, there was a problem in the studio. Right? Right? She's got that gorgeous little face. Oh, makes it impossible to be mad at her. I can pretend, though. Hello, Spider-Man. No, thank you. No. And that will not be the topic of conversation tonight. Yeah. Maybe I'll pick one up just to try it out. I will live stream my first French press coffee. Yes, I do. I love it strong. The stronger, the better. I love strong and black coffee. That's me. That is me. I don't need no creamer, sugar, sweetener. I am sweet enough. Just give me that coffee. But I filled my water jug. So I have a full jug of water right here so I can continue to drink my water with no flavor. I'm doing this for you guys. You all know how much I don't like water. Not as, not as a sole beverage. I mean, water exists only to make coffee with it. That is the purpose of water. What other purpose is there? But apparently I need it. Or I end up dehydrated and in the hospital. So, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Queen Purple, my love. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I love you. Every time I see your face, you make me smile. Okay, so guess what, guys? I have 2 cases of stolen dogs tonight. 2 of them. Yeah. And crazy PPO hearing. Well, it's a double feature, you know. And then I think there's one more. I think there was one more. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, crazy guy at the end, but it's funny. So we're ending on a high note. Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. Absolutely love it. You, you have your own fountain. You're the only cat in the house at the moment. And you want to drink out of my cup? I don't share with cats with watering cups. That's why it has a lid. Yeah. It was. It absolutely was. Yes. I am certain of it. Yeah. Yep. The garlic may have contributed. It might have. It might have tipped me over the edge maybe, but that coffee. Yeah, that coffee. It it came in a pint jar because it was home canned. Um I have like that much left in the pint jar. If I drink it, it will be mixed with other coffee. I don't know that I'm going to drink it. I don't. I appreciate the gesture, my dear sweet daughter that got it for me as a gift. I definitely appreciate the gesture. But but I'd rather like not having to rely on famotidine or ranitidine or any of the other itidines. I have heard that. I have heard that before. I have also heard of using coffee grounds like in your roses, like your home bouquets of roses, like using coffee grounds. Like I don't know if that works or whatever, but yeah. Oh, and baking soda is salty. That's some salty stuff. Huh. Y'all are full of the knowledge tonight. All right. I am gonna put on the cases. I'll sit with you for a few minutes, and then I gotta check under the couch. I really do. I've got it on sliders. The guy that did the carpet, I had a whole pack of sliders, and he put them under my desk and under the couch, so that at any time, like it slides like butter. It does. He even said that too. Yeah, he's like it's gonna slide like butter, and it does. It like I was trying to put because the cats, messed up that blanket. And so I was trying to reposition my Star Trek blanket and just barely leaning against the couch and it just whoop right. Oh. Like finish the roasting process. That's not a bad idea. I will have to YouTube that. Apparently, my neighbor's mom used to roast coffee beans in their home. Like, it is a thing. I personally, like, never would have thought of doing it. I never had a reason to do it. Coffee is quite accessible without going through that process. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that like that couch like with her. Mm. I don't have an air fryer. I don't like them. I've other people have them, and I've just never been a fan. Same as an Instapot. I had an Instapot. I used it one time. I did not like it. And other people live and swear by all of those things. And but I'm not a big fryer. I don't fry foods. So the air fryer, meh. I just use my oven. Take a cookie sheet, heat it up, and put your beans on that. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I was on Black Silk for quite a while. Yep, when I lived with Diana. Oh yeah, that's what we lived on. We lived on Black Silk. It Folgers, I like it occasionally, but it also gives me heartburn. But I do like, it's coffee, and I love coffee, so I'm not terribly picky about the brand usually. Oh, Patrick B, that is so dang sweet. Thank you so much. You guys are so great to me. I love every one of you. You truly are my family.
Okay, the next case we have is Rosie Lozano versus Jakob Leva. Last four digits are 1634. Is Miss Lozano here?
Yes, good morning.
Okay, and Mr. Leva, is he here as well?
Yes.
He
Okay.
is.
Unmute.
I just asked him to unmute here. There we
Oh,
go.
okay, okay.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, let me get this case pulled up right quick. Put that right here. And okay. And Miss Lozano, you wanted to withdraw the dismissal?
If the defendant is willing to remove his countersuit, then I will request a dismissal. However, if he's not, then I would like to go through with the requested amount.
Okay, what do you want to do, Mr. Leva?
The only way I would accept that is if I get my dog back. Other than that, I will proceed.
I
Okay.
won't be doing that.
Okay, we'll go ahead and swear everybody in. Each of you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I do.
I do.
Okay, and we will, I will note on the motion to dismiss that it is withdrawn.
Yes, thank you.
We'll withdraw that. Okay, I've been through the evidence that you submitted, Ms. Lozano, with regard to the medical records and things that you've paid for. The exhibits that you tendered in the case here. If you want to very briefly tell me why you are asking the court for what you're asking for the court, and you've got damages down for essentially $5,700. How do you come up with that figure and why you're entitled to it?
Yes, so I have for the stovetop replacement that was damaged when me and the defendant shared an apartment. His brother broke that stovetop, and when he left, he never replaced the stovetop. So I paid out of pocket for that.
Okay.
As far as the washer and dryer goes, that was $1,593.58. When the defendant tried to come back into the residence after he was gone for a month, he had requested those, and at the time I was under pressure with him. I had called the police. He had a locksmith and his friends there. So I just said, okay, take the washer and dryer. But after further review, I had purchased those washers and dryers, and I'd put that in there as well with the receipts and it coming from my bank account. The $3,667 was from unpaid shared expenses that we had, which was the utilities, the Wi-Fi, the rent, and previous unpaid months on a credit card that we had shared. And then 14302 to cover the court filing fees, and I had requested in the evidence 1,481 for my tires being slashed, all 4 of them, prior to me filing the suit.
Okay.
And then as far, oh, sorry.
You first, we don't want to include the court costs because they're added on top.
Okay.
So we want to make the litigant is the litigant who prevails is entitled to court costs, but we add them on top, so we don't want to include them in the damages you're requesting.
Understood.
And you talked about the circumstances why you believe the defendant was the one that slashed the tires, but there was never like a judicial finding of that or anything?
Essentially, no, but we shared an apartment with a shared garage, and there was only, we were the only 2 people on that lease. My truck was in the garage. It would make sense if my truck was outside of the garage, anybody could have access to my vehicle. However, they were slashed within the garage.
Okay. All right. Anything with regard to Nala?
Yes.
Mr. Leva says that your brother gave the dog to him.
Yes, but he conveniently forgets where he gave the dog to me. And ever since then, I have incurred the cost of taking care of her as far as training, as far as her medical records. They all say my name as far as the person who is taking her to these visits. And I have a charge associated with each receipt for her.
Okay.
So with all of that, I've had her as my emotional support animal from a psychotherapist, the vet visits, the training, the lease documents that I had when I resided in Fort Worth. They were with me with Nala when me and her lived together solely.
Okay. All right. So the total that you're requesting then is 7392 or 7393, really, right?
Yes, because we're excluding the court fees.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Mr. Leva, would you like to present your information?
Yes, Your Honor. So first of all, I would like her if she can actually prove all this money that she's asking for. Second of all, when I went to go get all my stuff from the apartment, the sheriffs were there. So they told me that I could only take whatever she said it was mine. And it's on body cam on the footage from the sheriffs, 2 of them. She's on body cam saying that I can go ahead and take the washer and dryer, right, that belong to me. So that's already gone. And she let me take a few other stuff. However, I left a whole bunch of stuff back there, like, you know, the Nintendo Switch, TVs, other stuff like that, right? Honestly, I'm not very I don't really want any of that. The only thing that I really want, and it hurts me a lot, is my dog. She took my dog away from me when I moved out. Obviously, you know, we were in a romantic relationship. It didn't end well. You know, we didn't have to be best friends, but we didn't have to end like this either. So that's why I was willing to go ahead and meet up with her at the dog park, and so she can see the dog. Just because when the dog was gifted to me, me and her started a relationship. So of course she you know, she got she fell in love with the dog. I know the dog is in good hands. I'm not never gonna deny that. However, the dog is mine, right? But my dog, I live by myself. She would come visit. I worked all the time. I worked 13-hour shifts a day. So whenever I needed, for example, somebody to take her to the vet, she was always here. This happened during the coronavirus. So whenever she wasn't at Fort Worth at school, she would stay at my apartment here and there at her mom's. So whenever she would come, she would help me, you know, take the dog to the vet. I would give her money in cash. She, you know, she would do all the errands like that, which I truly appreciate it, you know, because if you know, I didn't have the time, you know, so she helped me out a lot that way. However, that doesn't give her the right to steal my dog. When I agreed to meet up with her at the dog park, I had a bad feeling, but I felt bad because I love my dog, so I can only imagine how she felt, like, you know, seeing the dog after, you know, us being together for 3 years. So I was like, you know, I'll meet up with you so you can see my dog. But I asked her 3 times, And you can see it on the text messages. You're not gonna set me up. You're not gonna shoot me. None of that. She said no. When I got to the dog park, not even 10, 15 minutes later,
Wait. You actually had to ask her, "You're not going to shoot me"? That actually had to be a question? What is it like there? Like, I mean, I would have been like, yeah, you're not going to set me up, right? I mean, but the other part, never would have crossed my mind to have to ask that.
she had cited two guys. They're known game bangers here in Austin, Texas. They're her cousins, actually. I have proof of that as well. I can send it to you. They both came up. I was sitting down in the bench at the park. They walked up to us. Before they even got to us, I could feel the vibe. So I looked at her, and she immediately looked away, the opposite way. So when I looked to the left, it was two guys. They're known gang members here in Austin, Texas, prior records and everything. One of them had something. He had his hand in his pocket, and they were walking towards me in a train manner. So I knew what time it was. Immediately, I froze up. I knew if I got up or anything, I was either gonna get stabbed, shot, or beat up. One of the three. They meant business. So they walked up to us. They looked at her. She like gave him a nod, and they said, "Hey, cuz," because they're cousins. The main guy, the bigger guy, that's her cousin, like blood cousin, on her mom's side. And I can provide you with his name and everything. He has plenty of priors here. And like, I'm scared. I was very, very scared the whole time. I was very scared after the fact. I live in fear because I don't know what else. If she was able to do that before, I don't know what else she's gonna do, Your Honor. Anyways, they got there. They stood up over me. They're way bigger than me. I'm like 160. That guy is like almost 300 pounds, all tatted up, gold chains, everything. He came with another guy. The main guy, her cousin, had his hand in his pocket. He was wearing basketball shorts, and he had something in his pocket. He never pulled it out. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to find out what he had in his pocket. But he like stood over me. He looked at her, and he was like, "Are you good, cuz?" And she said yes. When she said yes, she stood up with my dog, and she walked behind him while they were just mean mugging me the whole time. And I thought I was gonna at least get beat up. I was looking at them. They didn't say anything to me. They were just clutching whatever they had in their pocket, waiting for me to react. I decided not to react because I knew what was gonna happen. So I just sat there. I let it happen. I sat there. She took off with my dog, and they took off as well. After that, I was on my way to see if my dog was at my apartment. On the way to the apartment, her mom's house is around the corner. So I just decided to stop by to see if the dog was there, her car was there, and as soon as I stopped by, the other car with the two guys stopped right behind me. So I left, I called the cops, and I waited for the cops to get there. The cops got there, and they said that there was nothing that we could do, and that we needed to do a civil court case in order for me to get my dog. I had also added an affidavit from Steven saying when he purchased the dog with money, he gave it to me, solely to me, nobody else. We do appreciate Rosie helping us out, taking the dog to the vet, helping us out, run a few errands here and there, right? But that doesn't give her the right or the ownership of my dog. I never released it. She doesn't have anything on paper saying that I released my dog to her. She just happened to be with me, when I received the dog. And obviously, after the fact, when I left the apartment, I left with my dog. She set me up at the dog park. I send you the screenshots right there. I also have a video from when the sheriffs went to the apartment, and I'm recording her, and I'm like, what did you think it was gonna happen? You set me up at the dog park. And she says, nobody had anything with them. It's just a he say, she say, or hearsay, something along those lines. But it's pretty much like she's acknowledging that it did happen, but that quote unquote nobody had anything in their pockets. They were threatening me. Like, you know what I mean? If I would have done anything, I probably wouldn't even be here telling you this. Just because based on his background and what I've known that he has done. They
Okay,
stay in and out of jail, so I know like one more, it wouldn't do anything to him.
okay. Anything else?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
The dog, the dog belongs to me. I have all the proof, and then the washer and dryer. Um, she said in front of the cops that belonged to me, and she let me take it in front of them. It's not like I took it against her will or anything like that. Now for whatever else she's the money that she's asking for, I would like her to go ahead and prove that exact amounts. And if that is the case, then I'm willing to work with that. I have no problem. However, my dog, I'm not willing to lose my dog. I never released her to her. I was trying to be nice by her seeing my dog, and then she set me up at the dog park even after I told her not to. So obviously this was premeditated. She was planning it for a while. We were supposed to meet up at the dog park a few times. As you can see on the text messages, it didn't happen because of the rain. And honestly, I should have never met up with her at the dog park. I regret it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Did you want to respond?
I think he regrets more than just that dog park. I think he regrets about 3+ years.
Yes. So I have been paying for this dog ever since she was born. All of her paperwork is in my name. If this dog is his, I don't know why after he took her, he is asking me in the text messages what kind of food she eats. She eats the same food all the time. I have never gone out of my way to purchase her a different kind of food. The fact that he doesn't even know that as a baseline shows that the dog is not his. I have continued to pay for her. All of the documents say that I'm the one taking her. I am not his maid. I'm not doing his errands. I'm doing what I have to do for the dog. I would understand if I had some proof that it was him that paid for every single visit. However, he doesn't have that. In what I sent for evidence, I have every visit matching every part of my receipts with my name on it. All the payments for every vet visit goes to my bank account and is charged with me for every single visit that we encountered. The allegations of him saying that I have cousin gangbangers, that he has no idea of who they are or their history. However, I did go with my cousin because I was unsure of how he would react. He does carry. I don't know what to do in this situation. I'm just having somebody watch my back, and that was it. Did anybody make any threats? Did anybody point something at him? No, we were at a public park. That's not something that I would do. I just had somebody there just in case things were to escalate. Walked away with the dog that I had already reported stolen on July 6th with Deputy Allison Harwell at the sheriff's office. So she was already reported stolen prior to me acquiring her back.
Was she chipped?
Yes, and it's under my name.
Okay.
Again, Your Honor, that was because I didn't have
Oh.
time to take it to the dog park.
Just a second. Let her finish, and then you'll have a chance. Anything else, Ms. Lozano?
After I had taken her back, that was when he decided to attempt to re-enter unlawfully into the apartment and attempt to regain her back. And that was when I called the police, and that was when the whole washer dryer situation occurred, in which I told him, sure, take it, because I had no idea that I was the one who originally purchased that, which I have documentation for as well.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not willing to give back the dog that I have invested a ton of money into, as far as food, training, vet visits, documentation to have her in the apartment, all of which are in my name.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Leva, did you want to respond?
Yeah, I just want to let her know that doesn't make her an owner of the dog. It's just like, for example, my younger brother got a new dog, and then my mom's the one helping him take it to the vet. That doesn't make my mom the owner of the dog. She's just helping him out. That's exactly what Rusty did in this case. And like I said, I appreciate it a lot. It just, I didn't have the time to take her, you know,
Mm.
and that doesn't give her ownership of my dog.
Okay. Ms. Lozano, you get the last word because you're the plaintiff.
Your Honor, one last
Oh,
thing.
yes.
One last
Yes.
thing. I also have a vehicle at her dad's house. It's a 1972 Mercedes Benz, and I have the title here with me. How can I proceed about getting that back? Because I want no confrontations. I don't want to. I want to do it the
Right.
right way.
I would love to help you with that, but I am not allowed to give legal advice. So it would be better if you contacted legal aid or took 30 minutes of an attorney's time if you've got the title.
Yeah, I have the title. I mean,
Yeah,
legally, I
yeah.
can just go pick it up, and if it doesn't let me pick it up, I can just report it stolen. I know where it is.
If you've got the title, that should be all you need, but I can't give you legal advice. I don't want to lead you astray or anything.
I
But
get it. Thank you.
yeah, I would love to, but I can't. I'm prohibited from giving legal advice.
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Lozano?
Essentially the money is the last thing that I care about. It's ownership of the dog. I want full, complete ownership, acknowledgement of that with everything that I have done with her, as far as the vet visits, the health insurance, the pet insurance, the training, the lease documents, and all of her vet records acknowledging me as the owner. Only one time when his brother had the dog, that was the only vet visit in which there's a different name as the owner. Other than that, they all represent me and charges to my account. So that's truly the only thing. In regards to the vehicle, he is more than welcome to reach out to my dad. My dad has said he wants that vehicle off of his property. So if he wants to reach out to him in his free time and tell him, hey, I'm sending a tow truck to go get it, that's more than fine with me. I just don't want to be involved.
If there's any damage done to the vehicle,
If she gets the last word because she's the plaintiff on that. And okay, I just want to make sure everybody's had a chance to present all the evidence they want to on the case. Okay. Well, I want to thank you both for appearing today and presenting your evidence. I'm sorry that you're having to go through this. 3 years is a long time. But things change for people. So again, I appreciate you attending today. With regard to the monetary request, let me add this up right quick. Because the court costs are included in the here. Just a second. With regard to the monetary request that the plaintiff is making, I will award $4,074 of the requested amount. With regard to the dog Nala, I find the evidence supports the plaintiff's claim that the dog is hers. The evidence presented in court today. So I'll award the recognition of ownership to Ms. Lozano. Each party does have 15 days to file a motion for new trial and 22 days to appeal. And we will get you a copy of the order by email. Again, thank you very much for appearing today, and I hope that y'all have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care.
Yeah, the chip, the paperwork, the vet bills. In court, animals are property. It doesn't matter who the dog was originally given to. She had the proof that it became hers. I don't know who to believe in that whole scenario. A gangbanging, dog napping, daylight robbery, like, that is a toughie. She does seem like the manipulative type, though, and he does seem like the meek pushover type. Yeah, she seems foul. I'm sorry, but she does. Not enough. Not enough. Yeah. Yep. That's saddening. Oh, okay. Maybe I misspoke. I'm not up to par on lingo here. I thought I had it right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch that stuff. Yeah. There's so much that red flags her. So much. Thank you. I agree. Oh, well, I'll say that's probably true too. I don't know her, but I just get a bad vibe about her.
Thank you.
Coming in. Are you here for protection order hearing?
Yes.
Okay, your name?
Ted Clark.
Mr. Clark, all right. Why don't you have a seat there? All right, so Christian Peak, I see you're calling in.
Yes, that's me. Thank you for it. I got hung up on the phone. I dialed the numbers incorrectly, but I am glad to be here.
Are you unable to appear on the video Zoom?
No, I don't have a computer. I just have a flip
Okay,
phone.
Mr.
I got a
Clark,
dummy
once you
phone.
Up here, we're gonna kind of deal with this. Taking up case 2581. Mr.
Yeah,
Clark is in the
250.
courtroom. Mr. Clark is in the courtroom, and Mr. Clark, do we expect to see Wendy Clark today?
No.
No, and are you married? What's the
Yes,
relationship?
we are
All
married.
right, so you're representing the family then. So, Mr. Peak, you need to be either in court. Zoom is an alternative. You need to be in court if you can't appear by video on Zoom, and you say you don't have a computer. So I can't have this full hearing today without you present.
I don't have a vehicle.
Okay, and you live in Rochester?
Yes.
Mr. Peak? Okay.
Yes.
So, this order was issued all right, a couple of weeks ago. So there is an order in effect, Mr. Peak, protecting Mr. Clark and Ms. Clark. And I'm going to set this to a hearing when you can appear in person or make arrangements to appear by Zoom with video and audio that's dependable. So I can't.
I don't know that I'll have that ability to appear in.
Well,
for me, it's a 40-mile bike ride.
All right, you need to find a way to be here. We're going to set a court date, or you can be on Zoom with a video and audio. I can't do this in the way that you've decided. That doesn't work in the court rules. So
we've done this before in the past.
Well, we're not doing it anymore this way. So we're going to set a court date. It'll be a Monday morning. The order that's been issued will continue to be in effect. What are we looking at for Mondays?
Can I apologize to Ted? This has been a terrible misunderstanding.
So I'm not
I will
asking you to
absolutely
talk.
not appear
I'm not
on
asking you
his.
to talk to Tay. So Mr. Peak,
I will not be contacting Ted.
I'm
That's
not
for sure.
asking you to say anything. Just don't speak out of turn. And this is part of the problem that you're not on video, is I can't effectively have a hearing and for everyone to understand what's going on. So, Mr. Peak, you've received, one thing I see that you were not yet served. How did you know to be here today?
I have been served. I was here. I was served by. I can give you the names of by.
So what did you get?
By
Did you
I was
get the
served
petition?
by. I get. It's the District Court of Washington. TCDC filed 3/26/2025.
What I'm
and I was
asking
served
you,
at.
right-hand corner, does it say petition? And then does it say order? In case it says order with the court date. Several documents.
On the first page, I got 10 pages.
First page, upper right-hand corner. What is the title of
Okay,
that document?
there's a stamp on it that says Thurston County Sheriff,
What's the
2025, March
title of
27th.
the document, the title.
District Court of Washington, County of Thurston. And there's the
And?
case number 25-000081.
And under that, what's the title?
Temporary protection order and hearing notice.
Okay. Did
For
you also
harassment.
get another document that said petition in that same area?
Temporary protection order and hearing notice. Right offhand, on this first page, I don't see anything that says petition.
So that's the only document you got was the order.
With 10 pages, yeah.
Okay, let me turn to Mr. Clark. Do you have proof of service? Do you have a document that shows how Mr. Peak was given notice at today's hearing? How did you do that?
I don't have proof.
Did you go through the sheriff or law enforcement? How did you do it?
Well, okay, let me rephrase.
Tell me how you did it.
I didn't
first.
get written notice. We had noticed that Mr. Peak was on the property
So
Tuesday
tell me
evening.
how he was given notice, by law enforcement? Yes or no? You don't know?
The deputy told me he had been served. He looked it up.
Deputy. Okay, that's law enforcement. All right.
Okay.
So you don't have a copy of that document from law enforcement.
I have not received one yet. no.
Okay, but apparently Mr. Peak has received the order. So you're going to need to kind of get that information filed with the court. That's your obligation as the person who started this civil lawsuit, essentially. All right. So after today, get that information from law enforcement as to how Mr. Peak was served. I understand from Mr. Peak he was. So Mr. Peak, I'm sorry, what day were we looking at?
21st or 20th.
Okay. 28th. Okay, so I was just gonna 28th, just the criminal side, we're not doing anything. All right, so I'm gonna reset this for the 28th of April. That's 3 weeks, Mr. Peak, to get it figured out. How you're gonna be in court
28th
or
of April.
find,
I'll
yes.
do my absolute best.
or find a Zoom connection that has audio and video. Lots of community centers, libraries, friends, family could help you with that, I'm sure. But you can't do it by
Or
phone.
computer illiterate.
Can't do it by phone.
Okay.
All right.
Or
And
show
so,
up in person at courtroom 3.
show up in person. And that order stays in effect. I'm writing an order here that continues that until the end of the hearing on April 28th. Everyone's here promptly at 9, not at 9:10, but promptly at 9. And we'll take things up then. So,
So can I confirm this?
sure.
Read it back to you. So at the 28th of April at 9 o'clock in courtroom 3, that's,
Exactly.
is there a Zoom ID number for that? A meeting ID number?
Yep, you should have, and are we gonna,
Oh, it's already on the current order.
that's what I thought. It's on that order. And if not, you can certainly call the clerk. They can help you work through that.
It's the same number as today.
Yes.
685-813-8370.
All right, so no one needs to serve anyone notice. That's been done. And we'll be back on April 28th. Again, both parties, Zoom's an alternative in court or Zoom with an audio and video dependable connection.
All right. Well,
Right.
I will not be contacting any neighbors at all. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
All right, Mr. Peak, you can be on your way. Mr. Clark, I'll hand you this as well since you're here.
All righty. I can hang up now.
You can hang up, Mr. Peak.
All righty, thank you very much. I want to put a word in for Sergeant Hamilton and Alex
I would
Horn.
ask that you
We're
not make any
professionals.
statements. We'll
All right,
take
okay, bye.
statements at the other
Bye,
hearing.
bye. Goodbye.
You'll have to come on up here. We'll hand you that, and then you're on your way as well.
Thurston County District Court is now in session. Judge Kayla Wilcox presiding.
Please be seated. Hello. On record and live streaming. All right, so we're now on record and live streaming at Thurston County District Court, the morning calendar where the court decides whether an order will issue or not. If you're here for a pretrial or something else, we'll get you redirected because that's not happening here. Let me take roll and see who's all here. Let's see, do I have Ted and a Wendy Clark in the front row here? All right. And let's see, Christian Peak. Christian Peak, I
Yeah.
see you on Zoom.
Yes, here.
And again, you're on the phone and we talked about this, so we'll have to talk about it again.
I did my best. I
We'll
tried.
talk about it, so just mute for now. All right, so the clerks, if you come on up to the, choose a table, Mr. Peak. You're unmuted
Here.
there. All right. And we're taking up case 2581.
Anybody surprised he didn't listen? Anybody? I see no hands.
And all right, so Mr. Peak, you're there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you're coming on the phone, and we talked about this last time. And we needed you here or able to use a Zoom connection where you could be heard and seen by all parties. And the reason for that is when we started using Zoom, and what I said last time is the Supreme Court tells me what to do. You know, I'm the trial court, they're the biggest court in our state, and they tell me what to do. And when we passed these, you know, when they approved this opportunity to do Zoom, they said it has to be as if you're in court. So you have to be heard and seen, not just on the phone for a full hearing like this, where I'm taking evidence and determining what to ultimately make a decision on. So we talked last time, that was back April 7th. We're here 3 weeks later and you're still on the phone. Tell me about that.
Well, for me, I live down in the South County in Rochester. I have three ways to get there. I have Little Rock Road, which has no shoulder. I have Old 99 Highway, which has no shoulder. I'm on a bicycle, by the way. And I have the I-5, which is not really an option on bicycle. So to get there, I have no vehicle. And believe me, I have been trying to get a smartphone for years.
It would have cost $20 at Walmart to get a smartphone with another $20, a simple data plan, and that's all it would have taken. Or, I mean, heck, they're neighbors. You could have asked them for a ride.
I am not technically savvy, so I've had a difficult time. I just haven't been able to get the support. I actually bought a cell phone years ago, a smartphone, because believe me, it would make my life much easier, you know, so that I can order packages and, you know, buy and sell online. I just haven't been able to get it to work. I had to abandon it. But this is what I have.
So you get on your bike and you go places, and you could get on your
I
bike
do.
and go to a bus stop, I would presume, and put your bike on the bus and come into town.
This is limited access here. This is out in the county.
Right.
There
but
are not many buses that come by here.
Right, but you apparently like to ride your bike and you could get to a bus stop.
It's necessary. I'd rather have a car, but I just can't afford a vehicle.
Yeah, I know, I agree, it would be harder, but,
It's not practical.
well,
It's
I can't
dangerous for
have
me
this
to drive
hearing this
around.
way. Yeah, I can't have this hearing this way, as I told you in April 7th, giving you 3 weeks to figure it out, and I understand that, but you know, you had to make a plan, and that's why we set it out several
I did.
weeks to help you do that. So, you know, you have
did
to
the best I could.
obviously, how do you get to the grocery store? How do you get packages home?
On a bicycle.
Okay, yeah,
One grocery bag at a time.
yeah. So intercity transit or transit that goes out to the
There is
county,
no,
I know it's not
there's
a
very
lot.
little access to here.
Yeah, and you could ride your bike to a bus stop. I kind of ride my bike a lot around the county, so I know there's not a lot, but there is. So
I
this
don't know
is a
when the
problem.
buses start running. I don't know that they start running that early so that I could get up there in time.
Yeah, well, it says that you didn't really investigate it then, and you didn't do what you need to do over these.
I
3
have.
weeks.
I have looked into it. I've
Tell
looked
me
into
what you've
taxis
done.
as well.
Tell me what
I've
you've
looked for,
done.
I've talked about, I've looked into taxis, taking taxi rides, which is very expensive. And that's not really, that's a one-way. Taxis do not guarantee you a ride back.
What about the bus? What
So
did you do about that?
I've looked into it.
What did you do to look into it? What does that mean?
I don't think they run that early. I don't have a bus
don't
schedule with me
think so.
now. I can't tell you for certain, but I don't think they run that early.
Okay. Well,
It would take me several hours to get up there, or you know, I don't know what kind of transfers I'd have to make from here to there. It's not, you know, this is 9 o'clock in the morning. This is rush hour.
right. We knew that 3 weeks ago. We knew that when you were first served with this. So
I haven't been able to serve these problems for or you know, settle these problems for years. This has been an issue, an ongoing issue for me for quite some time. You know, if I could beat her, I would.
Okay, so
Safely.
Here, one or not both at the same time, but who's our spokesperson here today? Ted Clark. All right. So what are you asking the court to do, Mr. Clark, on behalf of the Clark family?
At the advice of
I don't need to know who's advising you. I want to know what you want the court to do.
in order to keep Mr. Peak off our property,
Okay,
please.
so you want the protection order to continue as it is. All
Yes,
right.
please.
All right. Mr. Peak, you have one last opportunity. This order is going to stay in effect. I'm on the verge of issuing this order in default because you didn't really work out how to get here, and I gave you that time to do it. I'll give you one last chance to get your bike to a bus stop, sounds like. Get the bike on the bus. They have carriers. You hop on the bus.
That's not an option as far as I know.
Well, as far as you know.
You can go ahead and issue the order. That's fine with me. I have no intention of contacting these people at all. What I wanted to do, can I give you I gave Ted a birdhouse.
Yeah, I'm not going to take any evidence so much.
Okay.
So the idea of.
I will not contact them at all, period.
No. All right. So you don't object to the.
No need. Go ahead and issue the order.
All right.
Go ahead and issue the order. I have no intention of contacting these people.
Okay. Then that's.
I wanted to, what I inquired about was to purchase lumber off of their slash pile. I wanted to give them money for the lumber off their slash pile, is why I contacted them.
Okay. All right, so you've got a copy of that order and it's the same. So you stay away from Ted and Wendy. Don't harm them. Don't contact them in any way. That means through, you know, in any way, in person, through family, through friends, through strangers, through social media.
Agreed for the rest of eternity.
Yes, well, I understand that obviously you're almost sharing a property line. So what I'm saying is you don't go onto the premises of their house.
Yeah.
This
The
is
fence
not
is down.
excluding. Just slow down there, Mr. Peak. That's part of the problem.
I'm
With
sorry.
you being on
I
the
don't-
phone, you don't
okay.
understand that I have to talk, you be quiet, and then we don't have those nonverbal cues. So let me finish. So you stay away and from their premises and not making a distance requirement. And then this is not intended to exclude you from your home or the ability to get to your home, but it is excluding you from their property and from contacting them. So,
Agreed.
all right. So do you have an email?
I have a text. I have a phone number. You
Okay.
have my phone number, or I have a mailbox. I've got snail mail. Those are the two options that I've been able to accomplish in the last several years. And believe me, I've been trying, but I don't get much support out in the county. There's just not a lot of resources around here, and I'm low income. And I'm incredibly ignorant when it comes to technology,
Well, signing off on this order and you follow it and it'll be in effect until it is April 28th of next year. And I'm going to talk to the parties here. So the clerks, if you think you need this order to last longer than that, you have within 3 months of that expiration, so January 28th, sometime thereafter, you can refile with the court to ask the court to reissue it. Don't wait till a couple of weeks before, because then the order will expire likely before we can set a hearing. But if you think so, then apply to the court early. We will have another hearing. What happens there is right now the burden is on the petitioners, but at that stage, the burden then goes to Mr. Peak to show why the court shouldn't issue an order that continues longer.
He would be insufferable as a neighbor. Absolutely insufferable. I know I would not want that guy as my neighbor. I'm blessed with the neighbor that I have. I truly am. I have got good people on all sides of me. That guy, heck no.
But we'll see if that becomes necessary, but just so you know that. I'm going to hand the clerks a copy of my order, and then Mr. Peak, that's going to be available to you through Zoom, which it doesn't sound like you're going to be good for. We would email it, but you don't have an email. So contact
You have
the
snail
court.
mail, right? You have my address?
You can contact the court, and that's how you want it. Do we have anything? Let's have a look.
There will be no contact. It's not necessary. But I don't need to know.
Well, you
I
might-
understand the situation.
You might want to look at the order though and be sure. Yeah, we're just looking.
I understand the order.
The Denmark Street? That where you get mail? Okay.
Yes.
All right, we'll mail it out to you.
Okay, thank you very
All right,
much.
any questions, Mr. Peak?
This has to do with another no contact order. Can I give you an update?
No,
The
not on a,
residents at 9. Okay,
not.
okay, I'll shut up then.
We don't take up things just off the cuff without everybody here. Anything from the clerks?
Right.
Any questions? Okay, all right, Mr. Peak, you can be on your way, and I'll finish up this order.
Thank you for pardoning my ignorance in the court system. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Your Honor.
1 second, let me do my work here and then I can listen. All right, got a question?
I just was curious if the protection order includes drones.
Surveillance has no stalking.
Okay.
Surveillance has no stalking? Oh no.
So my clerk will get you copies to stay right where you are till we get that done. And then you're on your way.
Thank you.
Sure. Come on up and we'll give you that copy and then you're on your way. All right, so Mr. Villalava, if you come on up to the table over here and have a seat, just Mr. Villalava, everyone else sit down. Have a seat right here if you would. There you go. That red lighted object is what picks up your voice and we're recording. And so it'll pick you up. You don't have to lean into it, but just so you know what that is. And then Meg Gooding, if you would unmute and start your video. All right. We're taking up case 2579, and you'll both notice that I'm looking from screen to screen to screen here. I've got a couple of screens, all of our court files electronic. So I'm listening to you, but I'm also looking at, there's a lot of exhibits that have been filed, and I'm looking at the things that were filed. So just so you know what I'm doing here. And then we're here on an order has been issued on behalf of Mr.
You say it Vialva.
Vialva,
There you go.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get that right. Thank you. Mr. Vialva, against Ms. Gooding, there was a temporary order. Today is the day we determine should this order go beyond today or not. So, Mr. Vialva, let me put you under oath. Raise your right hand. It's all right. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. And Ms. Gooding, raise your right hand with me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. So what happens here today is I'll hear from Mr. Vialva if there's anything more other than what he's filed, which is you filed a lot of information. You don't have to say anything more, but if there's something you wanted to highlight, that's fine. And Ms. Gooding, then I'm going to turn to you and ask you why I shouldn't issue this order. But of course, my first question, Ms. Gooding, is do you object to this order being issued?
I do, yes.
Okay, we have a hearing. So I'm going to turn to Mr. Vialva and hear from him why I should do this. And I'll turn back to you and to determine why you think I shouldn't. And we're working under the law of RCW. Let me get that out. Let's go back. 7.105, 100, the anti-harassment order or protection order statute. So I have to find certain things there.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Vialva, you said a lot of things here. Anything else or anything more, something you want to
I
hone in on?
just, yeah, well, I've got the paperwork. I understand relationships and I understand that they go bad. But what was done, there's nothing that can explain
Which
that.
one of these things that you're most aggrieved by? Is it the statement on Facebook?
The fact that, yeah, the 8 months that she used my picture and my name and my account and was in there making posts for 8 months, acting like me, writing posts. I got everything printed
Well,
out.
you put it all in
Yeah,
the court file. So the 8 months, but what about those statements that aggrieved you the most?
Well, she said I was Thurston County's biggest sex offender, that I was a rapist and pedophile. I am not on any register. I have no violence on my record. I have no domestic violences on my record. I have nothing like that. And I have a 16-year-old daughter. And how am I supposed to, I lost my job because of this for 2 years. I had a great job.
When did, yeah.
And I couldn't figure out why I got fired because Monday we had talked and I had everything set up.
Well, here, let me back you up. We'll get to that.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep it a little
I know,
organized. I know.
I get worked up and I'm really
But-
sorry about
Yep,
that. Mhm.
I understand.
Okay.
So those 8 months, what time frame was that?
That was from May, beginning of May to the end of sorry.
May of 2024?
Yes, I'm sorry,
Okay,
May of
started in May of
2024. It started in May of 2024 and it ended, I believe, just a couple of weeks prior to her being served, or a week to being her
So
being
you
served.
came to the court in March, so sometime in March it ended.
Yes,
Okay, before she was, as you understand, served notice of this hearing.
correct.
All right, and then you say you lost your job in that same time frame.
I lost my job in September.
All right.
And I had no recollection of this whole, that I just can't believe it. For 8 months, I didn't know anything about this. And to see how long and how many posts that she made, I'm just like, are you?
So what did you do for a job, and did you ever find out
I
why
was
you
a
lost
commercial
your job?
framer for Bailey, BGC, Bailey General Contracting.
All right, what did they say about why you lost your job?
They said because it was slow. I had went in a week ago and talked to the secretary and asked if there was a specific reason why I was let go. And they had stated that they had information on a Facebook profile page of mine about me being a sex offender. And my boss was just like, look, if it is true or it's not true, I still can't have those kind of things being said because
So so you got this from a secretary and?
well,
was
yeah,
the
my boss,
secretary
yeah, and my
part of-
boss, yeah.
Did you talk to your boss?
I didn't physically talk to him, no.
All right, so you heard this through another person? who's a
Yes, yes,
secretary to
through
your
another person,
boss.
yes, yeah.
And the secretary doesn't make the firing and hiring decisions?
No, she
The
doesn't.
boss does. Okay, but you heard that that's what the secretary thought was
Yeah,
the reason.
yes.
Yeah, his shirt says, I may be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure he wore that deliberately.
Yes.
All right. And then you haven't been hired back?
No,
All right. And are you working anywhere else?
no, I was on unemployment. And then when this happened, since unemployment, I've been like depressed because I've been dealing with our breakup and moving. And then this happened and I've been a mess. I've tried to work, I've gone to work and I find myself getting depressed after a couple of days and then just refuse to go back because I'm just not,
So you're
it's
getting
sad.
hired elsewhere, but you're ending the job yourself.
Yes.
Oh, buddy, don't let her ruin you like that. There is no one worth that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so, you speak about, all right, so that job, those are the big things. And things kind of stopped, you said, before you filed this for this order. Do you have any concept of why?
Because when I found out about the profile page, I started digging into my phone more and realized that she was synced into my phone. And I have pictures of that, of her synced into my phone with a certain password that she has that I didn't have at that time. And it shows her name and her picture and my name and my picture synced. And when she got served, my credit card information came off a spyware that she had used because I had my credit card information in my phone.
So again, back you up to
I'm sorry.
focus in here. Do you have any idea of why these things may have stopped before you even came?
Oh, because I think she knew that I was figuring it out, that she was into my phone.
Okay, and how would you think that she would know that?
Because I would turn off certain things on my phone. And the next morning I'd wake up and they'd be back on again.
All right, so, and how do you attribute this to Ms. Gooding?
Well, I have her name into my phone, synced into my phone. And when I removed my email address that I thought that she was synced to. And when I go to recover that email address, because I have 2,000 work photos on there that were deleted by her. When I tried to recover that email, it asked me to send her email. It'll send her email a verification or a verification number. Why do I have to send her a verification number to get into this?
Email that you attribute to Ms. Gooding, is this the email that you may have used through your relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long was this relationship?
We did it for 3 years, from 2021 to 2020, about the beginning of 2024, because we were separated for a year, but we were still in contact. Because I have a dog and I would go down there and take care of him, walk him and stuff like that. And so that's why we kept in contact. And then when she did the restraining order, she took my dog and I'm just like, so that's the other thing.
Okay, I did notice that restraining order in what county? I don't see you as.
She said it was out of this one, or the paperwork was done out of this one. If it wasn't, it was Pierce County, because I lived in Lakewood at the time when I was served.
Okay.
So I was served, and then I was also, because of the issues that were going on, was also had to move out of the house I was just moved into a week prior. So now I'm back down here in Olympia, ma'am.
Okay.
I was there.
Where do you think Ms. Gooding is?
I think this man has very severe ADHD. I'm not certain if he has any kind of substance abuse issue. But the ADHD, it screams loud and proud and untreated.
What?
Where do you think Miss Gooding is residing?
At her residence?
Where's that city?
Oh, it's in Olympia. It's in Olympia.
Okay,
Yes, sorry
all
about that.
right. All right, so things seem to have ended right before you filed, and you filed anything since you filed this order?
Yes, hold on, I have let's see here.
Anything you didn't file with the court? So I need you to testify. If you need to pause and review things, but you're the one who should be testifying, not
Right, no, I know,
someone talking to you.
There, just my pictures and stuff had been getting deleted, and yeah, everything of mine has been deleted off my phone since
Everything of
the
yours,
serving.
what does that mean?
Since the time of her being served, my pictures, my personal pictures and my work photos, everything that meant something to me, my pictures of my dog were all deleted. The information, like I had a bill of sale wrote out for my car from my aunt, that was deleted. The information that I had that is in front of you about my dog, the citation, the vet bill, and the bill of sale was all deleted off of my phone. I had to recover all of it back.
How did you recover it?
I had to go in. It's unbelievable, Your Honor. I had to go into a few different photo recovery sites and pull out of the trash. Luckily, I had it down, don't delete anything after 36 months. And so I was able to get some of those
Off the cloud.
pictures back. Yeah. But I didn't get my work pictures. I'm still 2,000 pictures short. My work stuff, my everything, all my other stuff is gone. So I'm really upset about that too. It's just, but.
So let's see if I have other questions here. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Well, I was just, and my daughter's sake, the other reason why is my daughter, we would get into little arguments during the 3 years, and she would just.
Who would get into arguments? You and
Sorry,
who?
me and Meg Gooding would get into arguments, and in the middle of those arguments, she would bring my daughter's name up for no reason, and say.
So how does this have to do with an order against Miss Gooding? What you're saying right now is arguments during the relationship. Is there something?
Well, I just thought that the protection order was with for my daughter as well, and I just wanted to state that she doesn't feel safe right now with everything that's being said and done. And I have printouts, you have it all. I have text messages and everything that says that when she filed, she made sure to do it on my daughter's birthday or the day she filed on
We're
the 5th.
talking about Caitlin?
Yes, Caitlin.
Okay.
Caitlin's birthday was on the 6th. Meg Gooding sent me text messages stating that she was going to make sure that I went to jail on my daughter's birthday so she could witness that. And then I got paperwork served to me on the 5th, and then the 6th they came, but because of no evidence.
What month?
February.
February of this year?
Yep, February of
Okay.
5th. Oh, sorry. Her birthday is on March 6th. I'm sorry. So it was 3/5/2025
Okay.
that I got served
With what?
with a restraining order for domestic violence and battery and sexual assault. And she demanded that I give back my dog to her.
Is that in this county?
Well,
Do you-
yes.
Do you have a hearing coming up? What's happened with that?
It got dropped. No, her restraining order was dropped. So we went to court after they took everything, and we went to court, and the judge dropped the case. There was just lack of evidence.
Okay, I see that on April 4th, there was an order filed in Thurston County Superior Court. And then there was an order denying that petition all on the same day. There wasn't anything issued. Let me kind of look and see what else I can know.
Okay.
So that was case 25-2-302-7134. And then there was also 25-2-301-8734. And that is looking into the JABS docket. Petitioner was Ms. Gooding. against you, and those dockets were collapsed together. So there's a petition filed March 5th on that one. There's service, sheriff apparently served sometime around March 5th or 6th. And then the hearing was March 18th, and the Superior Court judge denied the request of Ms. Gooding for an order. So those things, there aren't any further hearings that I can divine. All right. And so you heard from, how did you know this from Ms. Gooding that this was her plan?
She stated in text messages that she was going to make a profile page of mine, making sure that everybody knew what kind of person that I supposedly was, and she didn't care about the consequences. She didn't care about anything as long as it ruined me. She stated that she was going to do this. She was going to make sure that I went to jail on my daughter's birthday so she could watch that. I didn't know it was a restraining order until I was served, because I was sick during all of this. And then, yeah, and then they came, and she knew, Meg Gooding knew with the laws, because I had my dog. What she did was she registered my dog behind my back a week.
Let me step you back to what you were saying. So around March of 2025, around your daughter's birthday, is when you got a text, or sometime before that, from a text message that you have used with Ms. Gooding?
Yes, so.
Okay.
Okay.
And she said in that text that she was going to ruin you. What did
Yes,
she say exactly? You are not here. The folks in the back
Yeah,
have
no,
to sit quiet and
yes.
not raise their hands.
she says,
If you need a break to look at things, I'll give you that.
no, okay.
But I'm not gonna have people in the back throwing papers around.
Yeah,
raising
no,
hands.
I
This is
understand.
your suit.
So,
So did you file this with the court?
yes,
Okay.
all
so
of that
it's
has
one
been
these
filed.
Many images.
Yeah,
And it was a screenshot
Yep,
of
it was-
that text.
it was a screenshot of the text. Yes,
And
ma'am.
that came in, all right, so why don't you go through that? It's, I can't divine which text. it
Yeah,
is,
I
all
am
they
sorry
came in
about
as
not
image.
ordering these, and
Yeah.
that was
So,
it's
do you
my
have a
first-
copy of it there that you're
Yes.
looking at?
right here.
All right, why don't you hand it up? And then I can see what you're talking about.
I might need a couple minutes to pull up these other pieces.
Well, let me just see this and then we'll talk about
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
Okay. All right, so if you can help me understand who's writing what, so you got another one for me to look at?
This is, so I have.
Here, what I'm gonna do is just make copies. Can you make copies of these? And then have a seat, just wait. Let me get copies and then I can sensibly talk to you while I'm looking at what you're giving me.
And then this is, do you want also printouts of like the profile page?
I just wanna look at this right now, what we're talking about. Try and stay focused. Can you give me all the, can you give me the packet as well? Let's see, I'm gonna give you back the one that has, all right, here you go. I'm gonna give you these back, highlighted and underlined, and then we'll talk about what all this is supposed to mean. All right, so these look like screenshots from a cell phone. Is this your cell phone screenshots
Yes,
from?
yes, ma'am.
And when did these messages come in?
These came in, I have it all in my, these messages came in, let's see here. I have it all dated, I just, these messages came in, in the beginning of March, end of February.
Okay, so
Um,
before you filed.
Yeah, but wait, yes,
And
this is
then
before I filed.
I've got 2 pages here of screenshots. One says, I'll ruin your life and everyone you love. What's that one? Who's writing that?
That's Meg Gooding writing that.
Right, and you think that that's Meg Gooding because,
I have pictures of her and 2 other names on a profile page with her real name matched to these 3 names that you see right there.
okay, so this is a.
This is
so
on
this
Messenger.
comes into your phone. It
Yes.
says Meg Gooding.
Yep.
All right, and I'll send your mom and Sally all your internet history. So then I see an emoji of a flipping, giving someone the
Mhm.
bird or flipping someone off with their middle finger. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you or?
No,
who's
that's
that?
her.
Okay, and then is all of this?
That's all her, ma'am.
Okay, so no response from you in
Nope.
this one.
No,
All right, so this is what you're saying. I'll ruin your life. I'll send your mom and Sally. Who's Sally?
my aunt, she's like my mom.
Okay. And then it says, see you later today. Enjoy what little reputation you have. And then I'll have a profile for you made on every hookup site outlining. All right. And then the next page starts with enjoy that fucker. Who's that from?
That was from Meg Gooding, ma'am.
And in the same way, is this part of a whole stream?
Yeah, that's all Meg,
Which
yes.
started first? I'll ruin your life, or which started first?
I think it was,
Yours, and tell me.
yeah, it was, I'll ruin your
That
life.
started with that.
And then
alright.
the end, and then this, and then that would be the end of
So
it.
are there any responses from you in these?
Not for these, no.
Not what I'm looking at.
Nope,
All right.
not at
so
all. I didn't
what does
respond to any of
See you
those.
later today mean?
When, because that was the day that she was filing, or that was the day that I was getting, the restraining order, I guess, put against me. I was sick and my phone was off. I didn't get any of these messages, so when I turned on my phone after I got served, I seen all these messages and was like, what the hell? And then,
So these came in uninvited from you. You hadn't texted or anything? Or-
no, these messages, no.
Okay. And before this,
Mhm.
how recently had you had any conversation?
Oh,
by
we had been
text with Ms.
talking,
Gooding?
we had been seeing each other clearly till all the way up until like a week before I was served, so a week before March
Right.
5th. Yeah, we were
So
constantly talking and hanging out, like we were friends.
So where does this come from? What happened?
This is just this is the stuff that she sends to me, and when we get into what it is, ma'am, is that
You got into some sort of
I got custody
disagreement.
of my daughter.
Mhm.
If I can't give Meg my 100% attention, which I have text messages of this too, if I can't give her 100% of my attention, that she gets very upset. And these are the things that I've been trying to help her out with, because she is on medical leave. I don't want to
So
talk
you
about
think
that. I don't want to
this
talk about that.
came, so this came after some sort of disagreement you
Yes, yes,
had? How
yes, yes.
soon after?
A couple days, maybe. She kept asking me to bring my dog back, and I'm like, I'm sick, and he's mine. I'm like, and so the
So
only
this
way.
disagreement about the dog is what's going on.
Yes, yeah, this whole,
also.
yeah, and the
All
reason
right.
why we were seeing each other in these last year is because of the dog. I got the dog for myself. I bought the dog when we broke up because I was going to be homeless and I wanted a dog. She knew this. When I got the dog and picked the dog up, I paid for the dog. She said that she didn't want to see the dog sleep outside, so we could stay there. And it was an off and on again thing where she would kick me out for a night and I'd come back the day, and and it was just on and off, on and off, on and off.
What I don't understand, if you are going to be homeless and you are going to be homeless, why would you go buy a dog? That part irks me. You don't put an animal into that situation, much less children or yourself if you can help it. But the last thing that you do is go out and buy a dog, which is going to make getting a home or a residence or apartment or anything substantially more difficult and more expensive. You are an idiot on several fronts, sir. I believe everything that you went through. I really do. But you're an idiot.
And then
Then
you're
I get my
sick,
daughter.
and you have your dog and
Then
you
I-
have your daughter.
then I
did you
get my
your
daughter.
into your custody. When did that happen?
That happened in May. She came in May.
Of what
June.
year?
But she got
June
here
of
at the end of May.
2024?
She was here at the end of May, like the 29th of
All right.
May.
So, but these messages that you've handed out in hard copy
Yes.
came just a couple of days after a disagreement about the dog?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. This is all most of the stuff is all over the dog, and why I won't come
Where
down and
is the
see
dog at the time? With
With
you?
No,
With
the dog was with me
Gooding.
at this time, but
Okay.
she put the restraining order because, ma'am, this is my first time being a dog owner. I didn't know anything about registration or anything like
All
that.
right, I don't need to know about
Yeah.
the dog that much. I just
Okay.
need to understand here. And I know you talked a lot about the dog and whose dog it is and who should have it, and that's.
Well,
not
I
what
just think
can
that it's not
determine
fair that
here.
she said that stuff and that I have to do all of this just to prove my innocence and to get my dog back. This is ridiculous.
Well, the court
I'm sorry. It's not.
here can't do anything about the dog and ownership there, just so that's clear to everybody.
Even if she lied, I'm just saying if she, even
I
if,
don't have the authority here to pass property back and forth. And unfortunately, I know dogs are more than property, but under the law, that's how they're seen. And I don't have that authority in this case.
Judge Judy did it once. Oh, I saw that. I saw that episode. A little white floofy dog. They let it into the courtroom and it ran right up to the guy and Judge Judy screamed, "It's his dog." So I think he should be able to get his dog back provided he has sufficient appropriate accommodations.
I do have the authority to make a decision about whether unlawful harassment was committed by Ms. Gooding against you and whether this order should continue. So anything else before I turn to Ms. Gooding?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so Ms. Gooding, I don't have anything in particular from you.
Yeah, I'm still
like to
waiting
say-
for public records to come in. Sean's been pretty active this past week contacting me and calling animal services.
So this is the trial. So let me focus you in then. So you agreed to each other for about 3 years?
We were together for 4 years. We started
4
dating in April of 2020.
Okay,
And then we
and-
ended our relationship March of 2024, and we were
Okay.
still in an intimate relationship up until the end of February of 2025.
Okay, so you've heard this allegation about the Facebook posting, about the loss of a job. What do you have to say about all that?
So we can start, I'll start with the loss of the job. Sean
I want
did in
to
fact.
start with the Facebook posting.
Oh, the Facebook post?
Yeah. Tell me about.
So I really don't have anything to speak to it because I didn't make this profile. Like Sean's the one that's familiar with making many profiles, not me. My Facebook is typically deactivated. So that's all I really have with that. I don't know how else to dispute it. I know Sean's had not only access to my phone, but when his phone was broken, he accessed his Facebook and his Messenger on my personal cell phone. So as far as timeline goes, it being created, I don't have anything for you, Your Honor. Just that I did not make this profile, and
So
it would be.
You didn't make that Facebook statement that puts Mr. Villalva as if he's a sexual predator,
No.
a rapist.
No.
Well, then when I look at, all right, so then we've been looking at these text messages.
Yeah.
This is all filed in the court file for you to have looked at too.
I did see some, but there were just a lot. Go ahead. Sorry.
So these that are being alleged that you made right before he was served notice of a hearing in Superior Court for an order to protect you.
Yeah.
Enjoy what little reputation you have. I'll have a profile for you made on every hookup site outlining what a fucking rapist you are and will lie about anything to trick women into fucking you. So what's all that?
That's the only thing from things that I have seen. Like I said, I don't get on my Facebook. It's typically deactivated. So what I saw and assumed, I was just like, he probably just made a fake profile for me because he makes fake profiles all the time and was just having a conversation. So
that's a text message stream that we're talking about.
A text message stream?
Yes. I'll ruin your life and everyone you love. No one will want anything to do with you. I'll send your mom and Sally all your internet history so they know just how sick you are. The emoji with giving someone the bird.
Yeah.
Enjoy that, fucker. See you later today, bitch. Enjoy what little reputation you have.
So
you'll be a sex for the rest of your life, and then pretty vulgar sign off.
Yeah.
So
So
text message stream. Tell me about that.
So the only thing that I can really think again is just like a back and forth. Like currently Sean is padding my text messages with like all of the fake information about this is about the dog in the car. Like this is all that this is about. And you're hearing a lot about it. It's all over the petition. Like Sean is upset that I'm the legal owner of this vehicle and Max, and he's going to any and all lengths to get him. Like you said it yourself, like you're not going to award Max, and all this is going to do is make Sean find any way to try and get this dog. And
So
so,
just getting then this back and forth on the text, that's what you're
yeah,
saying it's all about. You're bickering back and forth and pretty
I'm not
colorful and
saying
ugly
no. I am
language.
not saying that is me at all. Like there is so much here that I'm having to do work to like basically prove wrong and false. I'm not the one that got the citation from Animal Services. That was Sean.
Well, let
I
me
talked.
ask you about, have you had troubles with your phone service, with texting being
Yeah.
attributed to what?
Yeah.
Tell me
So
about that.
I have had to like basically use a hotspot on a phone that is broken so I can use like another phone. For the last like 3 months, I had to I had to use my kid's phone because I couldn't get a new phone. So I've only been able to actually utilize my cell phone that I have, my iPhone, since it was right when it March 25th, because I had seen that Sean had gone to the district court for a petition, and I was like, I need a phone that works. Like I don't have a phone. So yeah, and that's like all stuff that Sean has access to, and Caitlin. Like they're always logged into my Wi-Fi. Caitlin's logged into her phone into my Xfinity account so she can get hotspots. Like I'm not a very secure person.
So you haven't used your phone for how long?
Like 3 months.
You haven't sent
Oh, no.
text?
So it would be
you haven't
since
phone
it would be since the 25th
of what?
March.
Okay, so before that,
Oh, no, wait, Your Honor, I'm sorry. It was the 23rd because Sean showed up at my house and I got threatening text messages from him on my phone, and I got it on my phone because it had just been repaired.
so before that, I'm not asking you to testify, Mr. Villalba, just sit quietly. I'm listening to Ms. Gooding and you're distracting.
Sure.
So, Ms. Gooding, so before that, were you using your cell phone to send text and phone mail and doing everything else on the internet?
No, like I had my laptop, and then I had my kid's phone, but I mean internet, like I just go down to the library, really.
Okay,
Like
so you were
on the
communicating,
internet, yes.
like,
I
yeah,
was using the
right.
internet. I just don't have my Facebook activated.
But what about texting? How do you communicate with your children before that?
So I was using Instagram on my desktop, and like we live together. So my child's 19. So we're in the same house and we really don't have a whole lot that we text about, but I was using my Instagram message feature through there to send text to my kid. So I know it's really like MacGyvery way, but I just like was actually enjoying like not having my phone and not having Sean contact me. Like that's just what it is.
So when was the last time you received anything from, well, no, when was the last time you sent a text message to Mr. Villalba?
That would have been, oh man, that's a really good question. It would have been before he gave me the petition, because I could see in like the small fractured corner of my phone that I had gotten a text message from him. And it was the day that the petition was dismissed, my petition through Superior Court. So he had
Okay, so that's-
immediately texted me after it was dismissed and asked me if he could see Max. And I said, absolutely not, considering he had assaulted me last time I had seen him. So yeah. So I guess I should clarify, like, the using of my phone. It was really just like
Well, I'm just wondering,
desperate
so that
moments.
was the last time you had a text message interchange, you're saying, with Mr. Villalba, was right after your hearing with the Superior Court, which was, looks like that was around the 18th of
Yes,
March.
and that was an exchange. And since then, Sean's texted me and there's not been an exchange.
Okay. All right. So you'll agree that whoever sent these texts knows a little bit about Mr. Villalba's family and the two of you?
Yes. Yeah. Especially if they know Aunt Sally, like, yeah.
All right. So anything else about these allegations?
So the losing his job, he didn't lose his job because of some profile. He lost his job because he was getting caught too much smoking fentanyl at work.
How do
And
you
so,
know that?
because he
Know
would
that.
tell me. He would like
Oh.
drop fentanyl pills in the porta potty and text me and be like, oh my gosh, like I almost got caught, a pill rolled under. There were
And so that was, how were you told that? By text or?
no,
what?
in person and by text. Sorry, yes, by text.
So
And it
this
would be
was-
like coworkers that would make comments and they started like making jokes about him and
All right,
it's
so,
not funny.
well, I need to know from you. So he tells you, so when he says he lost his job September of 2024.
Yeah.
When was all
That's
this
correct.
information coming to you from him?
So he was just really confused because what they told him was that work had slowed down. However, he was the only person that they let go. And like
How do you know
Sean's
all this?
intuitive when
How do you
it
know
comes.
this? Do
Go
you
ahead.
work for the company?
What's that?
How do you know this? Do you work for the company?
That's what Sean told me.
I love that the judge is pressing her on this because I happen to believe it's all BS.
Okay.
And
All right.
that's what he repeatedly was just going back and forth with. Just like, I don't understand why. They said work slow, but there's people working on sites. And yeah, he said probably like a couple months ago that he ran into an old coworker and they told him that work had slowed down, that there was like a contract for an apartment building that they didn't get.
Okay. All right. Anything else about that?
No, that's it. I just wanted to clarify that piece that had nothing to do with the profile.
Okay. Anything else I should know from you, Ms. Gooding?
I guess I don't know when is appropriate to talk about my concerns with some of the procedural parts of this that have taken place, like the proofs of service or the service of the petition. Because I
Okay.
had both Shauna Case, who's an involved party, and Caitlin Villalba show up to my property to serve the petition. In addition to Caitlin Villalba showing up with another party, and unidentified adult female who stayed for 40 minutes, showing up at
What should I
9:50
do
at
with
night.
that information? Tell me what I should do with that information. You
Well,
received
I'm just
notice
confused
at
because the
today's
proof
hearing.
of service says that Shauna Case served me these, or like the petition. She did not serve me the petition. I was threatened if I didn't open the door to accept the papers, they'd call OPD, and they did, and it was OPD that served me this. So
Right,
I'm
I
just
saw.
wondering why Shauna Case is committing perjury by saying she's the one that served me the paperwork.
That's, yeah. You've
And
been
why are
served.
protected parties serving the petition? Like,
Yeah.
Lynn Villalba is 16.
There, Ms. Gooding, it's not camera there. I don't have, this is about Mr. Villalba and about you and whether this
Yeah.
order should issue, and you were served notice by Olympia Police Department, was valid, and that kind of ends that issue. Is there something else?
No, that was it. It was just curious why Shauna Case would be turning in a proof of service.
Yeah, all right. Okay. me kind of look through things and see if I have any questions for you or. So, Ms. Gooding, Mr. Villalba, I am issuing this order on behalf of Mr. Villalba, and the reason being, Ms. Gooding, is I do find that there's unlawful harassment committed by you against Mr. Villalba.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear that things stopped a few weeks before the filing of this petition, but I see even with these, the opinion that it's not real credible, though. These text message from that I've been served plaintiff's exhibits, it's somebody who knows a lot about Mr. Villalba's family, his mom, his aunt, knows all about the relationship, knows all about there's a problem. The threats to make a profile.
And I guarantee he did not make a Facebook profile and keep it up for 8 months that says, I am a pederast, I am a threat of SA to women, and all those other horrible, terrible accusations. He didn't do that. Why would he? That's dumb. Doesn't even make sense. Everybody knows you did it, Meg.
To ruin a reputation. And then matching that up to the Facebook posting and the marketplace, I guess I'll call it, that details that to the world, shows, and I think, and I find credible information and sufficient information to attribute it to Ms. Gooding. And then, so I'm issuing this order. So what that means is through April 7th of 2026, you're not to have any contact with Mr. Villalba, and no contact with, as well with Caitlin. And it's up to, you know, Caitlin's old enough to understand this, but Mr. Villalba, you need to also talk with your daughter and make sure she's not violating this order. Well, not violating the order, but putting Ms. Gooding in a position to have contact with her. What I'm making a finding of is that there is a course of conduct directed at you by Ms. Gooding that is causing, and I see it here in court, substantial emotional distress, and it doesn't have any legitimate or lawful purpose, and it's unlawful harassment. So your belief that that's going on, then don't engage in any contact with her, and talk to your child about contact with her that it shouldn't be had, as you've asked this court to issue this order. Now, if you believe there's a violation of this order, Mr. Villalba, then you contact 911, because the upshot could be an arrest and possible criminal case filed against Ms. Gooding. So just don't, go by this order. And so this will be in effect through April 7th of 2026. Mr. Villalba, if closing in on that time frame, you think this order needs to go longer, then we have to have another hearing. So within 3 months of that expiration, so January of 2026, you can come back to the court and ask for a hearing. And then we'll see if this order should go longer. But today I'm just going to issue this for a year. And then, so Ms. Gooding, no contact means no contact. Doesn't mean through family, through friends, through social media. Not with Mr. Villalba, not with Caitlin. She's covered by this order. Stay at least 1,000 feet away from wherever he lives, works, goes to school, wherever you know he is. And Mr. Villalba, you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was just requesting that if she could please log out of my stuff so I can get my email back, so I can get my pictures, that'd be great, because if I try to get my emails, I have to send her email, a number, so I can get it back. I don't know why, but I can't get any of my stuff because she's still logged into my account as of right now. And I have proof of all of it.
You've changed passwords and all.
Yeah, I've done all, I have so many different login, logouts, passwords, and all this stuff. It's just so ridiculous. I mean, I have to get a new phone, so. No, we didn't share an account. She'd get into my phone when I'd go to sleep and I'd wake up and I'd have like spyware and stuff put on my phone.
Her email was set up as the backup email to your account for recovery purposes, sir. Even if she logs out of it, if she's in it, it doesn't change the fact that it was set up as the backup recovery account. The only thing you can do is get into your email and change which account is set up as the recovery account. And that's something that she can't do. You have to from your end. Sorry.
I know, it's all right. I haven't, yeah.
It may take something with your provider and may
Yeah.
take something, I don't know, I can't advise there.
It's all right, all right. I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you very much for your time.
So Ms. Gooding, writing up this order, do you have any questions about the limitations on you?
No, I just appreciate the comments made to Caitlin and Sean about their interactions with me. And I just would appreciate Sean to stop contacting me and filing false animal services reports. They know it's you, Sean. God.
All right, I'm not asking you to argue over Zoom and during this hearing. So I asked if there were any questions about your restrictions. That
No, I have none. Thank you for the order. I really do appreciate it.
So that's all for today. It'll be in the court file and available to you. Service is not necessary as you appeared, and you can get a copy of this through your Zoom instructions and or calling the court.
Great, thank you.
Finish this, Mr. Vialva, and I will hand this to you.
Do you still need me present or am I able to go?
On your way. You can
Okay,
sign
thank
up.
you.
We don't have anything else to take up, do we? All right, we're adjourned.
Midland Credit Management, Inc. versus Jeffrey Wilson, 24C 4188.
Afternoon, Your Honor. William Hill, P. 28608, appearing on behalf of Midland Credit.
Good afternoon. Mr. Jeffrey Wilson, please state your name. Please unmute your device, state your name. Mr. Wilson, please unmute your device. Now, please state your name. Still, we can't hear you, sir. You put him in the waiting room, see if that changes things. Please, ma'am. All right. Mr. Wilson, is he even connected? Mr. Wilson, we can't hear you, sir. Is he in our building? Mr. Wilson.
Y'all got the arrow on now?
Mr. Wilson.
Oh, sorry. You want me to put it on,
No, I want you to deal with your case, please.
okay, ma'am.
Please state your name.
Oh, Jeff Wilson.
Thank you. We're here for a motion for summary disposition today. Have you had a chance to review the motion, Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
All right. Have the two of you had a chance to talk? Do you need to talk? Do you want to talk? Where are we, please?
Your Honor.
I mean, I can talk.
Your Honor, we were last here on, let's see, March 29th. Okay. At that time, we were reviewing a potential settlement agreement that Mr. Wilson reached with Midland. He then indicated at that time that no, he did not want to go ahead with a consent judgment, and he wanted to be heard on this date on the motion for summary disposition. I reviewed, we're not showing any contact with him since that time. And the last communication we had with him was back in November 18th of 2024, prior to that time. So we filed a motion for summary disposition based on some requests to admit and also 2.116C10, there being no genuine issue of material fact. At the last hearing, Mr. Wilson indicated that he admitted that the debt was his, but didn't want to enter into a consent judgment. Midland kept the file on open with the state open, figuring there might be some contact, but we haven't had any. So we haven't had any written response to the motion for summary disposition. I don't think there's any defense to the case. I would be willing to entertain a payment plan with Mr. Wilson, but we would like to get a judgment entered at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Wilson,
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
do you have a response, sir?
I mean, I don't have too much to say because the only thing that I'm concerned about is I got something that I ain't never had. So if y'all send some to that address, I got married and I left that house with nothing and got married. So y'all telling me I got
what are you talking
they
about?
telling me I got something that I don't have.
What are you talking about? Got something what? What are you talking about?
They said, I don't know what they saying I gotta pay, but I'm confused about that. That's what I'm confused about.
Sorry, did you get the motion for summary disposition? I asked you that earlier and you said you did.
Yeah, I got it, but I never read it. I just set it down because, you know, I talked to my wife about it and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just set it down.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't want to pay something that I ain't never had.
Sir,
So
I
I'm confused about that.
I told you when you were here before that they were going to be filing a motion for summary disposition in this case, which means unless you provide a defense to the case, they win. And instead of you reading it, you set it down. So we're here for the argument on that today. They're asking for a judgment against you. You're not presenting any defenses, which leaves this court with no choice but to give them their motion for summary disposition to grant that.
Okay.
All right, the motion for summary disposition is granted. Judgment in the amount of $732.94. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I signed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
His defense was no defense. I talked to my wife, set it down, and didn't read it? What? Who does that? He did. He heard you. He heard you. I thought that was a good one to end on. Yeah. Hey, baby, you missed a treat. Here you go, princess. She's just over here cuddling up in the corner. Yeah, that was, oh my gosh, you guys. You had me laughing so hard. Oh my goodness. My stomach hurts. My cheeks hurt. Yeah. You guys did good tonight. After the fact listening. Oh man, does that apply to so much. Oh yeah. That neighbor one still to me, that's just, oh wow. That one gets me. I could not imagine living next door to that guy. I wouldn't want it. You couldn't pay me enough. You could give me a free house and tell me he'd be my neighbor, and I'd be like, nope, you keep him. You keep that house. instead of legal aid, legal air. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It is that time again. Oh, you guys have been so wonderful. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of my life. As, like, kind of the biggest part of my life. I see you guys more often than I see my kid. True story, true story. But my kid did give me a lucky penny keychain, which is, pretty dang special to me. You don't have any idea how much I love this silly little thing. It's not even a real penny, but I love it. And, just the fact that she thought of me, that it means a lot. It does. I love it so much. Yes. Yes, I was so proud of her. I leaned against the couch until it moved enough that I could step back there, and I walked and I didn't get a wet sock, so she was literally just hiding. So, and Earl's in the kennel. Hopefully Bandit can enjoy being out. I'm sure being out and not having Earl chase her is going to do a world of good for her kitty mental health. So we'll just take it. We'll just take it as it goes, one day at a time. I can't leave either one of them locked up all the time. So I have to kind of swap them out. Hi, baby girl. Ooh, that was a big stretch and yawn. Come on, baby. Come here, baby girl. Come say goodnight with me. Come say goodnight with me, please. I'll give you the sad face. Come here. Come here. The whole world loves you. The whole world loves you. My Bandit. My baby. Oh my goodness, my baby. I love you so much. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so sweet and tiny. Yeah. Perfect kitty cuddles. Perfect kitty cuddles all the time. This is life. This is the best life right here. You'll never experience true, unconditional love from anything but an animal. They love you no matter what. She's so wonderful. She's just the bestest. Isn't that right, Bandit? Yeah. She gonna go for window time. Oh. Nope, she's gonna go back in the corner and lay on the hard drives. Hopefully not unplug any of them. Oh, I love my kisses. I love my kitty kisses. She's just the bestest. Yes, isn't that just the best feeling? When a cat chooses you, that is the best feeling ever. All right, Bandit, you can say goodnight with me. And then we go cuddle. Thank you all. Thank you for being so loving and so supporting and so wonderful. You guys are amazing. I love every one of you. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.